Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to Mathematics with Shahab Yaqub. Now, in this video, in which we do questions from topical past papers, our topic for today is coordinate geometry, and in particular, we are focusing on circle equation. So let's get started with the first question that is from March 2020. The question says a diameter of a circle C1 has endpoints such and such. Find the equation of the circle. Now, what is the rule over here? The rule over here is, let's say that I have drawn the diameter like this. It's not a scale diagram, just to give you an idea. There is a point A over here. There is a point B over here. The midpoint is the center of the circle. And the distance from the midpoint to the point on the circumference, that is the radius. So first of all, let me calculate the midpoint, which is -3 plus 7 divided by 2. And this is -5 plus 3 divided by 2. 4 over 2 is 2 and 2 over 2 is 1. That is the midpoint. So now I have M, which is 2, 1. I have, let me use this point. This is B and this is A. So let me label this as B, which is 7, 3. And let me calculate the distance MB. Now, keep in mind, M or C, whichever one you want to use. So let me just write over here M. And over here, MB equals to radius. That is also equals to MA. So therefore, let me evaluate MB. 2 minus 7 is 5 square. 1 minus 3 is 2 square. So therefore, this is 25 MS2 1. Okay. So this is 25 and 4, this is 29, square root of 29. Now, let me just double check my working to make sure there is no positive negative mistake. -3 plus 7 is 4. 4 over 2 is 2. -5 plus 3 is -2. -2 over 2 is -1. So this is -1 over here. So this is -1 over here. I was just worried. Maybe I had made a small error. This is -1. So -1, -3 is -4. So let me just do the correction here, here, here. So this is -4 square. This is 16 square root. That comes out to be 41 units. Therefore, the equation of the circle is what? X minus h whole square, y minus k whole square is equals to r square. That is x minus 2 whole square. This is y minus 1. That is y plus 1 whole square is 41. The square root is gone. So that is the first thing that we have obtained so far. Now the next thing. The circle C1 is translated by 8,4 to give circle C2. So now this circle is C1 that we just were working with, and it has been translated by 8,4. So translation vector is 8,4. And over here, the center of the previous circle is 2, -1. So center of the first circle is 2 and -1. So now let's translate this thing. So now we know that in translation, area does not change. Area does not change. Since area does not change, therefore radius will not change. Keep that in mind. So only we need the new center. So therefore 2, -1 plus 8, 4. This will become 10 and 3. This is the center of circle C2. So therefore, x minus 10 whole square, actually x minus, this is 8, 4, and this is 2 and -1. All good. So therefore, this is x minus 10 whole square. This is y minus 3 whole square is equals to 41. And that's how this thing is done. So now just acknowledge it on the WhatsApp group. Let me write over here the first two parts of question 1. Is it all good, all clear? The first two parts. AS1, AS2. Okay. Now let's move on to the next part. The two circles intersect at points R and S. Show that the equation of the circle is this thing. Now, the rule is, if this line SRS, it goes like this. Let me make it thinner. Then this line from this center to this center. So let me label this first one as M1 and this as M2. What do you think is the relationship? The relationship is that RS is the perpendicular bisector of the line joining the two centers. So line RS is the perpendicular bisector of the line joining the two centers. That is what the logic is. This is something very basic which was taught in O-level maths in the chapter of loci. So now one center is 2, -1, the other is 10, 3. So this is 2, -1. Let me call it M1. The other one M2, that is 10 and 3. So these are the two centers. Now what needs to be done is that you have to find the midpoint. So let me find the midpoint. Let's call it N. So this is 2 plus 10 divided by 2 minus 1 plus 3 divided by 2. 12 over 2 is 6. And this is 2 over 2 is 1. That is the midpoint. So we have RS. So therefore, let me label this thing as N. It's not drawn to scale. Okay, now let me calculate the gradient. So the gradient of these 2 points, M1, M2, that is -1, -3 over 2 minus 10. That is -4 over -8. That comes out to be +1/2. Therefore, gradient of RS should be -2. Therefore, equation of RS should be y minus y1 is equals to mx minus x1. So therefore, y minus 1 is -2, x minus 6. Expand, -2x plus 12 plus 1. This is y. Y is -2x plus 13. Hope it's right. It's all good. It's all perfect. So now this thing is done. Now it says, hence show that the x coordinates of R and S satisfy this equation. You don't have to solve this equation. You just have to prove this. Now look over here. R and S lie on this line. R also lies on circle 1. R also lies on circle 2. S also lies on circle 1. S also lies on circle 2. That means just pick up one circle equation, whether this one, and plug that equation in. I'll pick this one, x minus 2 whole square, y plus 1 whole square. So now I have x minus 2 whole square, y plus 1 whole square is 41. Now solve simultaneously with what? With y is equals to -2x plus 13. So -2x plus 13, this y should be inserted over here. Let me simplify it on the sidelines. So -2x plus 13 plus 1. So let me square it, which is -2x plus 14 whole square. And this is what? This is positive 4x square. 2 into 14 is 28, and double it. This is 56. And then this is 14 square, which is 196. All good? So therefore, x minus 2 whole square, let me first expand this. This is x square minus 4x plus 4. And over here, let me expand this blue one, which is 4x square minus 56x. And this is plus 196. And this equals to how much? 41. So just have a quick look. This is x square. This is 4x square, which is 5x square. This is -4x. This is -56x, which is -60. So the only thing is this 4 plus 196, that's 200, 200 minus 41, which comes out to be 159. All good, all clear. 5x square minus 60x plus 159 equals to 0. I have proven this fact. Now, the first question is all done and dusted. So I hope you have understood it thoroughly. That's the mark scheme over here. And I think I've already explained in a much easier, simpler way. So there is no need of mark scheme as such. Now, the next question, that is June 2020, variant 1.1. Again, read the first question. What is the first question all about? This is again about that diameter kind of thing. But for the whole question, we have to do this. So now, this time they have labeled A and B. So this is A minus 1, -2, -1, -2, and B is 7, 4. And let me find this thing, the mid value, which is -1 plus 7 divided by 2. This is -2 plus 4 divided by 2. 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 over 2 is 3. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 over 2 is 1. So M is the midpoint. And this midpoint is the center of circle. Keep that in mind. Now, let's evaluate MA or evaluate MB. They both are the radius. So therefore, M is 3, 1. I prefer to work with positives. B is 7, 4. Therefore, MB magnitude 3 minus 7 is -4 whole square. 1 minus 4 is -3 whole square. 16 plus 9, that is 25. Square root of 25 is 5 units. That is the radius. And then the equation x minus 3 whole square, y minus 1 whole square is equals to 5 square. You can leave the answer as it is. Now it further says, find the equation of tangent to the circle at point B. Now, point B is an end point, okay? So now we have, you don't have to draw a diagram. It's not very necessary, but it's a good idea if you draw it. So let me draw a circle like this. Let me draw a tangent like this. Let me label this as the center. So center is 3, 1. And over here is B, which is 7, 4. So it's not drawn to scale 3, 1, 7, 4. So let me make it realistic. So this is B. And let me just erase this thing. Hold for a second. Where is the eraser? That's over here. And over here, it goes something like this. That is the tangent over here. Okay, not the whole thing. So now that's an issue. I have to just erase it and draw it again. Okay, so that is perfect. So now 3, 1 is there. What is B? I think B is 7, 4. Yeah, B is 7, 4. Always flip the page. Do not assume anything. Let me evaluate gradient of BC. That is 1 minus 4. And this is 3 minus 7. This is -3 at the top. And this is -4 at the bottom. This is 3/4. Therefore, gradient of tangent should be -4/3. And the tangent is passing through B, which is 7, 4. So let me write the equation. Y minus y1 is equals to mx minus x1. Y minus 4 is equals to -4/3 x minus 7. Does it ask for any particular format? No. So now it says, find the equation of the circle, which is the reflection of circle, this thing, in the line T. So this is line T. So this green one, this is line T. Now I need to draw another circle. So what I'll do is that I'll just, can't copy. So let me draw a purple circle like this. And let me make it like this. Now, this is the circle that I'm looking for. Just ignore the thickness, just ignore the size. That means if this is C, this is B, Therefore, this center would be over here. So for reflection, we apply this knowledge that this thing over here, this would be the perpendicular bisector like in the previous question. So therefore, let me label this thing and let me just erase this thing over here. Okay. And over here, this particular value, this one is the new center. Let me call it C prime. So therefore, I have C, which is how much? 3, 1. And I have the coordinates of B, which is 7, 4. And I have C prime, which is which is x comma y. So therefore, this one has to be the mid value because of reflection. So therefore, 3 plus x divided by 2 is 7. 3 plus x is 14. Therefore, x comes out to be 11. Similarly, we have 1 plus y divided by 2 is 4. 1 plus y equals to 8. Y comes out to be 7. So the new center is 11, 7. The radius is unchanged in reflection. So radius is the same as before, which is 5 units. Therefore, the equation of the circle is what? X minus h, x minus 11 whole square, y minus k, y minus 7 whole square is 5 square. That is the equation of the circle. So that is the second question that I have done. So now just acknowledge it on the WhatsApp. Let me write question 2 over here. Question 2, is it all good, all clear? Question 2 and question 2. Okay, Jay. So now 2 questions are down. Let's move on. Now let's move to June 2020, variant 1-2. Now another aspect that we have studied, now it's time to practice it. Which one is that? Just go through the whole question. Let me show you the whole question. The equation of a circle is given in the general form. Find the radius and coordinates of C, where C is the center. The point P, the point P 1, 2 lies on the circle. Show that the equation of the tangent to the circle is this much. That's also obvious. The point Q also lies on the circle and PQ is parallel to x-axis. Write down the coordinates of Q. Now, this is the good one. The tangents to the circle meet at T. Find the coordinates of T. That would be simultaneous. So 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 mark question, and it's also coincidentally labeled as question number 11. So now, first of all, let me write it in the proper format. That is x square minus 8x plus bracket square minus bracket square. And then we have y square minus plus 4y plus bracket square minus bracket square. And take this negative 5, not choose, take it. Negative 5 to the other side, that is positive 5. So now what goes over here? Half the coefficient of x, which is negative 4, negative 4. Half the coefficient of y, which is positive 2, positive 2. Rewrite first 3 terms as a perfect square. So that is these 3 terms. Rewrite first 3 terms of the quadratic as a perfect square. And then we will transfer this to the other side. And we will transfer this to the other side. That is the working over here. So first of all, this is x minus 4 whole square. And this one over here, the one in blue, that is y plus 2 whole square. And over here, we have negative 16. And we have over here positive 4. Actually, first add, then subtract. First add, then subtract. And this is also negative 4. I'm talking about this one over here. That is this. I'm talking about this one over here, that is this. And then 5 is on the other side. So therefore, x minus 4 whole square, y plus 2 whole square is equals to 16 plus 4 is positive 20 plus 5, which is 25. Now compare coefficient with x minus h whole square, and this is y minus k whole square is r square. Therefore, h is 4, k is -2. Therefore, 4 comma -2, that is the center which they have labeled as C. R square is 25. Therefore, R is 5 units. So that is the first thing that's done. No harm in checking. So 4 and -2, radius is 5. All good, all clear. Now it says the point 1, 2 lies on the circle. Now this time I need to draw a realistic diagram. So let me draw a circle over here. And over here, let me label 4 and -2. So this is 4, and let's say this is -2. So somewhere down over here, and 1, 2 would be up. So therefore, this is 4 and -2. That is C, 4 comma -2. And 1 comma 2 is somewhere over here. So let me label 1 comma 2, that is over here. And let me draw a tangent over here, a green tangent that goes like this. Now it's purple, let it be. So now this is P. P is 1 comma 2, and that is the tangent. Now, why do I need a diagram? Because it will be used in the next part. Now, first of all, what I'll do is that P is 1, 2. Center is 4, -2. Our gradient of PC, that is 2 minus -2 divided by 1 minus 4. That is 4 at the top, -3 at the bottom. All good. Therefore, gradient of perpendicular should be positive 3/4, and it will pass through P, which is 1, 2. Therefore, y minus y1 is equals to mx minus x1. Lot of straight line coordinate geometry is used. Y minus 2 is equals to 3/4 x minus 1. And what is the format? They have cross multiplied. 4y minus 8, 3x minus 3, first y on the left, rest on the right. 4y is equals to 3x minus 3 plus 8. 4y is equals to 3x plus 5, which is the equation right over here. So all good, all clear? Now here comes the tricky part. It says the point Q also lies on the circle and PQ is parallel to x-axis. That means Q is on the same level. It's horizontal. That means let me draw PQ, and let me just make this a little bit more realistic. So over here, let me draw this as the green line like this. And let me draw a blue line like this, because I'm making a tangent over here that is coming up over here. So first of all, let me mark this thing. Hold for a second. So let me mark this thing in purple color. So like this, like this, like this, like this. And here is the point Q. That means the y coordinate of Q has to be 2. That is for sure. What is the x coordinate? That is small q. Now, one thing that you need to make sure is that since it's on the same level and a circle has this property for which I have to draw the tangent, that is the tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal in length. That means this is forming an isosceles triangle. And now that is the game changer. So they are saying, read also the tangents meet at T, find the coordinates of T. So let me label over here, this one is T. That means these two lengths are equal. These two angles are equal because tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal in length. So TPQ, let me draw it over here. So first of all, let me draw this much. That is this green one that goes like this. Let me draw the blue one that goes like this. Let me draw the purple line over here that is like this. And what else is there? There is P, there is T, there is Q. First, let me label it. So this is T, this is P, this is Q. And somewhere over here is C. and somewhere over here is C. Now the coordinates of C are 3, 1. The coordinate of P is what? 1, 2, 4, minus 2. So 3, 1 must be from the other question. This is 4, minus 2. So this is 4, negative 2. This is 1, 2. This is Q, 2. That means the x coordinate for whatever point is over here, this x coordinate is 4. That means it's 3 units this way because of symmetry. Therefore, it should be 3 units this way because of symmetry, because this is an isosceles and the angle will also come into play. So in other words, 1 plus Q divided by 2 equals to 4. 1 plus Q is equals to 8. Therefore, Q comes out to be 7. Therefore, coordinates of Q is 7, 2. The y coordinate was already given. Or if you want, I can do it by subtraction. So let me draw this line over here. Let me label this thing as 4. The x coordinate of C is just right over here. Because this thing, if I draw a circle like this is the common point. So this is like this. And that is a right angle triangle form. That is a right angle form. So this x coordinate is right over here. This x coordinate is right over here. And symmetry is there because of the tangent property. So I can also do it like this. Between 1 and 4 is 3 units. It's 3 units back. So 3 units ahead, 4 plus 3 should be 7. So this 7 is the x coordinate of Q. So that was out of box thinking. So that is something which people mix up. Now they are asking us, now still another out of box thinking is there. The tangents meet at T. Now we know that for P, the gradient of tangent at P, TP was how much? This is 3/4. For Q, what do you think is the gradient of QT? It's not perpendicular. It's just the property that tangent theta equals to gradient of the line. If the angle is positive, the gradient is positive. If the angle is this way, or you can say if this is obtuse, we take care of the basic angle. This is the acute angle. This is the obtuse angle. For acute, gradient is positive. For obtuse, the gradient is negative, but the basic angle is the same. That means this is also 3/4, but with a negative sign, because we can see with our own eyes, provided the diagram is a realistic diagram. That is why realistic diagram is necessary. This is 1, 2. This is 4 minus 2. This is Q. This line is going like this, positive slope. This line is going down, negative slope. The isosceles, the angle value, the gradient value is the same. This is positive. This is negative. The coordinates of Q is how much? The coordinates of Q is 7, 2. Therefore, the equation of this tangent is y minus 2 is equals to negative 3/4 x minus 2. X minus 7. So 2 is already used. This is 7. So therefore, 4y minus 8 is equals to minus 3x plus 21. 4y is equals to minus 3x plus 21 plus 8, that is plus 29. This is equation of QT. And what was the equation of this one? 4y is 3x plus 5. So 4y is equals to 3x plus 5. This is equation of TP. Now solve simultaneously. So now solve simultaneously. It's good that this is also 4y, this is also 4y. Therefore, 3x plus 5 equals to minus 3x plus 29. 6x is equals to 29 minus 5. That is 24. Therefore, x comes out to be 4. Plug in any one equation. I'll plug it in over here. 4y is 3x plus 5. 4y is equals to 3 4s are 3 into 4 is 12. So I'm just moving ahead of time. Plus 5, 12 plus 5 is 17. So y is 17 over 4. Expect strange answers also. So therefore, the coordinate of t is 4, comma 17/4. No harm in rechecking. That is the equation of tangent at Q, which is right over here, 4, comma 17/4. And that is all got all perfect. So how was this property? So this property of isosceles, and hold for a second, I was writing isosceles and it came out as space, isosceles triangle, and then the angle with horizontal, and therefore positive and negative. Okay, so all this thing, this is all got all clear. So I am just sharing in both the groups. So that was one nice question. And let's move to the last question for today. That is this one, May, June 2020, variant 1-3. And let's see how is the question. So just go through the first part. So now I'm just erasing few things from my phone. Okay, now it says the coordinates of 2 points are such and such. So first of all, -7, 3, A is -7, 3, and B is 5, 11. They are obsessed with perpendicular bisectors because it's so very important. Show that the equation is this much. I think it's pretty basic. M -7 plus 5 divided by 2, 3 plus 11 divided by 2, -2/2, -1, 14/2 is 7. And gradient of AB, that is 3 minus 11 minus 7 minus 5. 3 minus 11 is -8. -7 minus 5 is -12. That comes out to be 2/3 positive. Therefore, gradient of perpendicular is -3/2. So y minus y1 is equals to -3/2 x minus -1, which is x plus 1. And cross multiply. So therefore, we will write 2y minus 14, -3x, -3. And they are writing the constant on the right-hand side. So 2y plus 3x, -3 plus 14. This comes out to be 11. And this is 3x plus 2y, just write in the proper format. And that is the answer for this particular part. This is all got all done. Second part, a circle passes through A and B and its center lies on this line. Find the equation of the center. Equation of a circle. So first of all, a circle passes through A and B, right? The coordinates of 2 points are there, show that the equation of the perpendicular bisector is this. Now, do not assume, which I was about to, do not assume that AB is the diameter, because it does not say so. It's simply a chord. And we also have perpendicular bisector of chord AB that will pass through the center of circle. This line over here, it's given separately. 12x minus 5y is equals to 70. It also passes through center of circle. So what should we do? We should solve it simultaneously and we will get the center of circle. So that's the first thing. Let's do that. So first of all, I have this equation, 3x plus 2y is equals to 11. 3x plus 2y equals to 11. That is equation 1. 12x minus 5y is equals to 70. That's equation 2. What should be my approach? I think I'll just take the x thing and multiply it by 4. So this is 4 into 3. That is 12x. And 4 into 2. That is 8y. 4 into 11. That's 44. They all are positive. And this is 12x minus 5y is equals to 70. So this is basically 1a modified, and this is equation 2a 2 as it is. Now let me change the sign. This becomes negative, this becomes positive, this becomes negative, and let me add it up. So when I add it up, what do I get? I get 12x cancelling out, 8 minus 5, 8 plus 5, that is 13y. And 44 minus 70. So that is what? 26. And this is negative 26. It's not positive, it's negative 26. So 13y is negative 26. Therefore, y is equals to negative 2. Let me find x. So let me use this equation. 3x plus 2y equals to 11. 3x plus 2 into negative 2 is 11. 3x minus 4 is 11. 3x is 15. Therefore, x is 5. Show all steps. Do not compromise. Therefore, the center of circle is what? That is 5 and negative 2. All good, all clear. Now the circle passes through A, circle passes through B. That means they are on the circumference. So therefore CA, let me write it, CA and CB, they both are the radius. Which one should I choose? A is minus 7.3, B is 5.11. I'll choose B. So B is 5.11 and C is 5 negative 2. So therefore BC modulus 5 minus 5, 0 square, 11 minus minus 2, that is 13 square, square root, that comes out to be 13 units. Therefore, the equation of a circle, x minus something whole square, y minus something whole square is equals to 13 square. What goes on the inside? The center is 5 and negative 2. So 5 and negative becomes positive 2. And that is the equation of the circle. And that is what they are looking for. X minus 5, y plus 2. X minus 5, y plus 2, 169. That is 13 square. And that completes lecture number 2, which was of past papers of circle equation. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section. Stay tuned for more content. Take care, everyone.